All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, Devendra, sir. Welcome on board.
Hi, Rahul. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine, sir. I got you right today, and thank you for your time. Before we get started, let me just quickly introduce to all our people who are listening to us. This video is especially for the people who are thinking about entrepreneurship. खुद का धंधा करना है. I don't want to sound biased, but all the Gujaratis, Marwadis on the house, and some of the Punjabis on the house, and some South Indian kids with big tech focus from Bangalore. This video is for all of you guys. This guy is playing a big role in the entrepreneurship space right now, sir. And he has worked in Coca-Cola and Foster's and many other companies with about 27 years of experience of corporate.
That's right. 27 in the
years
industry.
Lovely. And sir, you've been helping some startups to grow as well. In your past life?
Yes. So when I was in Coke, I was handling their new product commercialization, which meant bringing not just the new products, but the new businesses of the company, new ventures. And more recently, as head of the incubator at BML Munjal University, we've been working with students who are looking at starting up new ventures. We already have about 10 ventures of our alumni which are up and running.
Wow.
So it's been an interesting journey in the space of innovation and entrepreneurship.
Brilliant. So I got you right. So let's begin, sir. First of all, first thing first, is MBA required for entrepreneurship? First question, what people ask me, and parents ask me, sir, isko to धंधे पे लगाना है, MBA क्यों करवानी है? And some people give me an example. Dhirubhai Ambani ने तो MBA किया नहीं था. He was like managing Reliance and starting up and taking it to the next level. What's your take on that, sir? Is MBA required?
Okay, let me ask you. Is MBA required is a very big question. A lot of people ask that, not just for entrepreneurship, even for anything in life. And especially when you talk of businesses, and that too when you're talking of family businesses. A lot of people say, I have a family business running. I can teach my kid a lot about business because I've done it myself. And there's no doubt about it. Certainly you can do that. And there is no dearth of that. And there are a lot of successful businessmen, not just Dhirubhai Ambani. We can name many more who've never been to an MBA program, but many of them may not even have gone through a formal college also. But keep in mind, to become a successful, first of all, it is not essential that you become an MBA. Just because you become an MBA doesn't mean that you will be successful. Yes. Or if you're not an MBA, that you will be a failure. Okay, so it's not a success and failure. Clearly, what MBA does is it provides you the tools, it provides you the understanding, it gives you an opportunity, a safe opportunity to learn more things about business. Okay, clearly a lot of things about anything, any field, whether it is business or commerce, if you want to learn, you can do things which are in practice, and you can do things which are, let's say, in classroom, and you are basically learning from others, telling them about their experiences, your own experience and others' experience. Right. Your own experience, of course, is very strong, but it's a slow one. So that's a slow process to learn. So what you do by learning yourself, joining your business, you might take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, maybe 6 years by the time you learn all the aspects of it. The same thing you can very quickly learn when you go for an MBA program. So you learn about finance, you learn about HR, you learn about operations, you learn about marketing. But just because you go through it doesn't mean that you will be successful.
Right.
You still have to have the ability that what you have learned from somebody in the class or talking to anybody, how can you translate that? How can you apply it to your situation, your own business? Okay. So this ability of learning and applying is what everybody needs to have.
So MBA is not a short way to do things, but if you learn it there, it gives you a platform to actually start doing it, right?
True. So right. You can be faster. Right. And now today, a lot of programs are actually made such that you can not only learn, you can also apply. So what is called as experiential learning. So that is what we would do. So like in some classes where you're going to talk about marketing, not only would you learn about branding or something, or if what finance, you will actually be given cases to do it. You will go out in the market and do projects. So like at BMU, we are working on a family business enterprise MBA. We already have an undergrad program. So what we do is that in this program, you not only do theory, but a good one chunk of your credits is actually for doing a live project. And that project is actually in your own business. You do something worthwhile in your business, improve it, and then that's very true practical application of what you're learning. Excellent. So I think we welcome people coming from family business or who are keen on entrepreneurship. because we believe you learn in class and you apply outside class on your business.
Right. So MBA will give you a platform and then you get some experiential learning places where you can
That's
actually
right.
try your business as well. And sir, कुछ incubation fund वगैरह भी मिलता है? I know in IIM Ahmedabad का cell is called CIIE and IIM Bangalore ka is called NISCREL, right?
Yeah,
That's a,
something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we also have an incubator called Propel on our institute, under the Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at BML Munjal University. So what we do is we help the startups who come to us to
Hmm.
secure funding. Okay, so funding comes to is available today to startups in many ways. First, through government grants. Apart from your own money, your family money, you get government grants, and therefore to help you prepare and pitch for the right grants, we are there to help them out.
Nice.
Secondly, once you reach a certain stage and you can show some credibility and proof of concept and traction, then you are eligible to go for angel investing. So we have a tie-up with a couple of angel investor network, and we invite them and we give the opportunity to the startups to pitch and get funds from there.
Right.
These two are very strong mechanisms for people to get funding. We
Hmm.
don't give fund directly simply because we don't want students or startups to feel that it's easy enough to get funds. So they really need to realize that it's hard stuff. Doing entrepreneurship, doing startup is hard. I mean, I'm sure you would vouch for that. You
Right.
being one of those who'd gone through this kind of a journey.
Don't ask me, sir. It's a tough journey. I tell this to all my students. So it's very easy to start with your startup idea. But whenever I pitched out to the VCs, they always ask about scale. So answer is, हाँ कर देंगे, कर देंगे. It doesn't work like that. And the funding comes in phases. And then when you're going through the whole process, it's the whole nine
So,
yard. It's tough. I have a very peculiar question to be asked because I remember sitting through my entrepreneurship classes at SPJain, Bombay. Entrepreneurship was not that a great site, and they were setting up the whole thing. And then they came with an idea like all the business school students, if you come with a great idea, you can go ahead and spend 2 years, uh, just just burn all your passion of entrepreneurship, and if you need some help you can come back and sit in the placements. This was way back in 2009, but that time also there was the startup culture has just picked up, Flipkart is starting up things. So and I think I missed learning those entrepreneurship classes in my when I was a student. So when a student comes inside a college, you're a professor right now, you're teaching innovation, marketing. What are the few things you need to keep into mind? Maybe top three when he's aiming to become an entrepreneur. इसको MBA करना है because इसको entrepreneurship ही करना है. इसको एक startup खोलना है. From a झाड़ू मारने का business to a car company to a stereo company to anything. Everything is entrepreneurship these days. It's or a startup. What are the top three things they need to understand that?
see, first of all, they need to be very clear why they are going for an entrepreneurship.
Right.
If they're thinking they want to go to entrepreneurship because they are seeing people like Bhavish Agarwal, Ritesh Agarwal, or Byju's getting a lot of money, becoming so famous, that's a wrong reason. That's a byproduct. That's a simple byproduct. The real reason for becoming an entrepreneur is that you see a certain problem which has not yet been solved well by others, and you are passionate about doing that. That's the first and foremost thing. If you don't have that passion to solve a problem, you will not be able to overcome all the challenges. People think if I do a regular MBA, I would have to study so hard. But when I do an entrepreneurship, I won't be having to require to study so hard. But they're wrong. You would not be studying in the class, but you will be busting your ass backside big time in doing your work, which is not going to be easy. It's not
Right.
going to be easy. It's going to be even more difficult. But if you have passion, then that work will no longer be a work. It
Right.
will be fun for you. It will be
Right.
fun for you. So that's the first and foremost. And second, of course, is that what we do is then we provide all the infrastructure, all the right environment for them. So we have an incubator, they can use the incubator. And just like what you spoke, we also have a deferred placement policy for them.
Lovely.
So they can, put their effort into pursuing their passion, their venture, and so they have a time to work on it. And if they succeed or they decide I will still continue it, very good. But if some point at time they say I've run out of that passion, I no longer want to do it, I want to come back and be consider following a regular placement thing, we invite them back and
Brilliant.
we take them into that. So we give them
Brilliant.
that
So
safety net.
So one is keep in your mind that you have to work more hard than you were doing it before, because if you were doing
Absolutely.
entrepreneurship before and now you're doing a course and you want to continue to learn, so it's going to be much more difficult. Number one.
Much.
Second is the resources. So if you can get use of resources, Every top business school has an entrepreneurship cell. Some are effective, some are not, but most of them are very effective. So number two is about the resources and utilization of what you have, what college is giving you to the utmost level, utmost level. That's number two. Number three, sir, what would be your parting thought on three things to be learned while doing an MBA for an entrepreneur?
All right. So third would, of course, be, be clear that when you're going to become an entrepreneur, there's going to be nobody who's going to give you a check every month. So not only that, you have to make sure that you're earning enough to give the salaries of the people who are there. So the value of money and the value of cash, start to appreciate it. Start to save your money. So if you think you have, you just get the itch to buy a pen just because you like it, or you get the itch to buy a new sneakers, hold on to that itch. Okay, put your itches aside. Learn the value of cash. Conserve as much cash as you can, because you would start to need that cash. Every small saving that you do will go a long way. So value money, value money.
This is so amazing. Value some money. I give this example to the world. People tell me like invest your money in stock markets here and there. I said I have got my own company running. Why would I invest rather than Reliance or Ambani, who is running the business his way? If I know myself, then I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm going to save every penny. If I have to buy even a marker, so I'll buy a 10 rupees marker which I can keep on refilling rather than a bigger marker which is 25 and it
Absolutely.
also needs a refill. So I would definitely go with the 10 rupees because I want to invest everything. This is so amazing.
Now, this is
Sir,
exactly what a lot of investors look for. Because if you are a person who values their money, then
yeah.
they value you as well. Even though you may not succeed, one of your initial venture may not succeed, but you go back to the same guys and ask for money, they would be happy to give you money, because they believe that you're not wasting money. You're making a right attempt, and that once you win, you will win big time.
Wow, this is so amazing, sir. It's so lovely. People who are listening to us right now, people who are enjoying this conversation, do hit on the like button for sure. And if you have any questions, if you want me to request sir to come on board and have more lectures about entrepreneurship, marketing, innovation, Coca-Cola, Foster's, and many other things which I'm not speaking about because with due respect to time, sir, thank you so much for your kind words and thank you so much for your time. You have been amazing, sir. You have been amazing.
Same, enjoyed being with you, Rahul, and all the best to your students.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Bye bye, sir. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care. Bye.